that sticky, stanky harvest. They show it all organic and nice. If you're curious or wanna grow with kindness, Grow Daddy TV just might have some advice. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. They break it down. Light, water, temperature, and humidity. It's cannabis kindergarten for every grower in the community. Yeah, come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. Germination, soil mixing, up pots and LST, defoliation, harvest, and curing properly. So tune in every week to catch the magic. Grow Daddy TV. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on.
Hey everybody, I'm Grow Daddy, aka Patrick, and welcome to Grow Daddy TV. Yeah, that's right, you've made it. You've made it to Grow Daddy TV Studios, and it is our 11th season, our 15th episode. Come on! Hey, listen, you guys, before you go anywhere, I want to let you guys know a couple things. Well, I know you guys just got here. First of all, let me just say we're a 4-plant grow here in Canada. We grow organically and simply. I mean, we practically do nothing in the tent but add water, and of course we do some defoliations, and we do some proper care of the girls. We scrog without a net, which is kind of cool because we can take these girls out when we want. We can move them around. We're not subject to a net keeping us at a certain height because we can raise the girls and lower the girls. In fact, after the show today, I meant to do it before the show. We're gonna raise Louise a little bit, Mrs. Grow Daddy. She's a little lower in the canopy. I want to bring her up. She looks like she wants more light. Mm-hmm. She doesn't look like she wants more light. So this is how we do it in this tent. We're able to adjust our grow because we grow different genetics.
Put a novel underneath her.
Absolutely. So we like to say we do a scrogless scrog, and it's good for several different reasons. Besides, it
looks fucking awesome.
It just does.
Just in case there's any super duper beginners here, what's a scrog?
A scrog? Well, a scrog is when you put a net and you grow. What you do is train the girls underneath the net. The net keeps the girls down so you can stretch them out to all the corners around your grow, and that's what a net's used for. Mm-hmm. And listen, it's an easier way to do it. If I had more than 4 plants, I would probably want to use a scrog because it would just be less time consuming to manage the girls and easier. But with only 4 plants, I find this to be the perfect way to grow. And of course, I'm only growing 4 legally in Canada, but I wouldn't be growing 4 if I was growing in California where I could grow more. I'd be growing 4 still, because this is more than enough for me and my friends. What do I need to grow more for? This is the style I like to grow.
Because you just get muffin tops. You just get the top dense buds because fuck larf, right?
And that's right. That's kind of our hashtag, and I've learned that growing just the top of the buds, what we like to call muffin tops, produces me more hard, dense, craft buds, I would say. And
A buds.
Yeah, more like, A buds. We got A buds, B buds, and C buds. And of course, C buds you're probably using for concentrates and stuff. And
infusions.
B buds, it's kind of a looser bud, but not a tight, hard bud, but still very smokable and maybe not too embarrassing to give away. But you definitely want to give your friends the A buds, right?
Yeah.
And I found myself doing that sometimes, is giving my friends A buds and keeping the crap for me because I didn't want to give them.
Well, that's like my bread. You know, when I make bread,
I know,
if I make 2 loaves and one of them
you'll give them the nicest looking loaf.
I'll be like, make sure you give Karen the good one, the bigger one.
So growing this style, I find myself not only getting more of it, because you will probably, if you grow larf and grow them farther down the stem, you will probably get a bigger yield overall. But what will happen, at least in my experience, what happened to me was I would get less quality craft buds and I'd get more larfy buds and more bee buds. Growing this style, I tend to get almost 100%, tight, dense buds. And we like to say muffin tops.
Oh, and we are very transparent about how the yield comes out at the end. We record everything like by the gram, by the ounce, and we put it in our spreadsheet too.
And we separate the larf We separate the cream from the chaff. And
it's the wheat and the chaff.
Is that what it is? Thank you, Mrs. Grow Daddy. Anyways, we like to do that so you guys can have your grows to compare to what you guys are growing, and maybe change your style of grow to this if you want to grow more craft buds, less larf. A lot of people like to grow the larf. They like, and hey, I always have to, you guys hear me every week, I always have to say, don't get mad at me, you people that love larf, because I know there's reasons to grow it. You're making resins and you're doing concentrates and stuff with it, and that's fine. Go ahead. I don't like trimming it either. So we like to say, fuck. I mean, we hate larf. Let's be real. We hate it.
I feel like a chump when I get that in my hands and I've got a pair of snippers and I'm just looking at this going like, well, I just toss it in a bucket like, fuck larf.
Who likes it? Trimming it sucks.
Yeah.
And we like to say we grow between 5 and 6 ounces. We average between 5 and 6 ounces. But
no.
But Mrs. Grow Daddy has done a little research, and I'm sure she's putting up some stupid overlay right now.
Hey, look, to
prove me wrong, because we talked about this a video or two ago, and
I went into the spreadsheet, baby. The numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, and we give out the numbers, and we don't lie, at least not on purpose. But I was saying we were over 5 ounces. What's our average in the tent for the last
4.6?
Going back, how many grows?
Since
conception?
No, since season 5.
So our last 6 grows. Mm-hmm. I think that number's getting better though. So our averages are going. I don't know. We'd have to do another thing. So we're just below 5 ounces.
Don't make me.
We're just below 5 ounces of plant though, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's our average, and we had.
And hey, listen, that's dense bud. I don't count the larf.
Well, we show the larf. We show what our whole totals are, but we break it down into different categories of buds, so you know exactly what we got from our harvest.
When we do our final...
Who does that, Mrs. Grow Daddy?
When we do our final yield video, we do show you how much larf we get, but we don't consider that our yield. It's like maybe total yield, but we don't count it. We say how much we get, but it's just junk.
Let's talk about lights, you guys. Lights are important. We can't get around it. And I'm using an FC Mars Hydro FC4000 Evo. And I'm hanging 15 inches to the top of the canopy. I'm getting approximately 800 par in this tent using 280 watts. 12-12 light cycle in flower, of course, and our DLI is 34.5.
How about the other tent? The other tent actually has, it's more, isn't it?
No, it's the same, kind of the same right now. It is more. They're stretched out. When we do our weed porn segment, I'll really show you the tape measure to these girls, because these girls, it's a different.
A little bit less even canopy.
It's a less even canopy.
Level, yeah.
So I can't say the top of the canopy is the top bud.
Right, so you have to kind of average that par.
It's kind of averaged out to 15 inches, okay?
Yeah.
And I brought it back down to 280 par, but I did have it at 280 watts. I was using 280 watts, but some of the week, like 3 days, I was running at 300 watts, right? And because the leaves were praying.
Yeah.
Right? So I gave it more light.
Wait, what does that mean when the leaves are praying? How do the leaves tell you?
I want more light. I'm good. Get the light away from me, or I'm going to...
That's short and sweet.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to lead into deficiency, looking like it has deficiencies or not enough water. It's going to... Trust me. So it's one of the important things, too, about, I would say about your light is being able... It's so important reading your plants to what they want.
Yeah, and we've had horticulturalists kind of disagree with us about what praying means and what the level leaves mean. Basically, either way, it's kind of all right, but you do not want to see them curling down.
No, but I've always said this means more light, Mrs. Grow Daddy. And I'm proving it. I'm proving it over in this tent, because I finally got a couple girls
that just want more and more.
They just want more and more. And part of it, I think, part of the more and more par that I'm kind of using, what they're doing, is because it's not the most even canopy. So some of them are up and some of them are down. But I'll tell you what, I ran it at 300 watts. With much more, it had more par on it, of course.
And you can just see from here pretty much that tent is taller and bigger and
they're praying.
Crazy,
because I turned, the other day they were flat. And I go, well, let me turn it back down, because that flat, I didn't want them to turn yellow. I'm so anal about wanting a really nice foliage, because we love the senescence and we want to see them go through a natural senescence. We give them plenty of organics in the soil, so they're going to not do it we're not flushing them at all. So, hey, let's talk about water because it's another one of my favorite. It is. No, it's my favorite topic, and I always say it is because it tells me, well, it's something I come down here and do every day, right? I come down here and drop water in them every morning. The lights come on at 6 a.m. I'm down here between 6 a.m. and 7. I'm usually down here by 6. The lights go on. I wake up automatically before 6, so I come down here and want to give the girls a good start in the morning with some fresh water.
Yeah, Grow Daddy's an early bird.
I am an early bird.
I'm a night owl.
But Louise, I know, is drinking 1 deciliter more, and your confused face is confusing me, Mrs. Grow Daddy. I don't know where it's at.
Where did it go? I typed that up. I fucking hit the save button. I printed
2
it.
liters. 2 liters on Louise, which is, she's getting 1 deciliter more an average. So she's getting that daily, 2 liters average for last week. Still, so she's increased that by 1 deciliter, from last week. And Colette, 2.6 liters.
Now she's up a couple points.
She's up a couple. We're trying to remember. We wrote this down and it didn't get put to here.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Chantal is 2.4 liters. Was she the same?
I think the same.
She was like the same. So same average for her. This is what their daily average drinking is. 2.4 liters. Marie, 2.2 liters. Is she up or down? Do you remember what hers was?
Don't remember.
She's either the same or more. I think she's a +1. Yeah, and we, of course, you guys, as you guys know, didn't we do that this week? No, we did that last week. As you guys know, in last week's video, we put a top dressing on these girls. And, they just love it. And if I could just add one more thing to the water segment, I would say once every 5 or 6 days, I like to do a bottom watering. Where I kind of fill the trays up and they probably take about 1.5 and whatever's left I pour kind of in the top. I like to do that at least once a week, every 5 or 6 days.
Just to make sure it gets saturated on the bottom for the roots, right?
Yeah, I don't want the bottoms drying out because they say that can happen. Your bottom can kind of start to dry out. Especially if you've ever seen your pots, most of the roots just go to the bottom for some reason. So anyways, I just make sure and saturate the bottom by doing one
bottom watering per week.
Yeah, but I do pour a little bit in the top, and I just wanted to let you guys know. And of course, you can see that in the spreadsheet exactly how much I put on them, and exactly.
Yeah, you make note when you do a bottom watering, and I put it on the spreadsheet.
That's right, and we don't do that anymore. We don't pH. But we don't put our blue mat reading. Yeah, we do. So we put our blue mat reading for our moisture meter. So if you guys happen to be using blue mat moisture meter, you can kind of see how I'm using mine.
Or if you're using anything that measures millibars.
I also have been doing a little experimenting. I think I'm keeping a little more saturated than I did. The numbers are lower on the next day because I'm giving them more water. And I watered them quite a bit today. Yeah, look, their numbers are too low. I don't like where their numbers are at for this.
Because that means they're just kind of sitting in water.
They're sitting in water for too long. So I might be giving them the last couple days. It's not going to hurt them. These girls can drink quite a bit of water at this point. But I'm monitoring them. I'm reading the leaves. I'm looking at them. But I'm trying to give them a little bit more water. It's just kind of
Well, the idea is here, just in case this sounds like Greek to whoever's watching, but basically instead of doing dry back where you just saturate them and then let it go to runoff and then let them all dry up and then water them to saturation again, you're just putting enough water in here that you kind of keep them as long as possible in the moist zone,
Yeah, well, technically speaking, I mean, if you look at the blue mat chart over here, I'm trying to water to 40 or 50
millibars.
When I water, I water and I come back an hour later or 2 hours later when things have equalized. As far as the moisture's kind of equalized in the pot a couple hours later, and the meter will read around 50. And by the next day, especially at this stage, they'll read 250, 300. And as you look, that is really, really dry. But not really. When you pick up those pots, there's quite a bit of water in them still.
They're okay, but they really want some water.
But there's a swing. And the bigger pot you're in, the smaller the swing is. It's as simple as that. We're growing in the most minimal size pot you want to grow in, I think, if you're trying to keep them moist.
Using this continuous hydration.
If I was in anything smaller, like a 5 or a 3 gallon, I would water dry back. I wouldn't try to keep it moist because it drinks too much water in a day.
You'd be watering 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, yeah, and by the time they're this size, they're literally drinking.
Or you could just use an auto pot. That's what some people would just do.
Auto pots seem to be kind of cool. I like auto pots.
People keep saying,
I've never
Grow
used
Daddy,
them.
you should try an auto pot.
I'm not trying a auto pot because this is my kind of easy. But if you want an auto pot, it's just a different way. Somebody said something in the comments about an auto pot. I should use auto pot. You just have to fill the reservoir. But you know what I have to just fill?
Yeah.
The top of the plant. I don't even have to open up a reservoir drawer or anything. I just pour some water on the top. It's just as easy.
It's real low tech.
And I didn't have to buy an auto pot.
It's real hands-on, and it's like slow lane stuff. Like
It's also minimalistic, like I am. And I want to say that we did use some. We're still in the water segment, right?
Yeah.
So I can talk about the water. We did use some Risotonic and some
Azos
this
beneficial
season.
bacteria.
We're
gonna do the
I'm not
fucking
a fan.
infomercial.
Wait a minute. I'm not a fan of throwing. You have all these.
Love potions.
You have all these love potions you can throw in your soil, all the way from making your own teas to
like molasses and stuff.
Yeah, and putting molasses in,
or these beneficial microbes and stuff.
There's so much stuff you can buy, very expensive. I would say if you're going to do it, make your teas. Because that's the inexpensive, cheap way of doing things. And if you're going to do
mung beans, we did mung beans in there once. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't find the ROI on this. But I'll tell you what, we did find. We did use this stuff because we're experimenting. And that's what we are. We're an experiment. We don't experiment with clones. We have to do several grows before we really see how an experiment pans out. And we're going to use this Risotonic and this Azos because I have enough for another grow. We'll see what it does to two of the girls next season. Because we did two of the girls this season, they were smaller than the other ones, so we figured let's experiment and use this in the soil on those. And we did while they were in the 1.5s. And when we did the up pot to the 7 gallon,
we saw some pretty stellar looking roots.
We did.
The roots were amazing.
The roots look good. The roots look good, and they would be arguing they look better than the girls that we didn't use them on. The bigger girls that we didn't use it on. But at any rate, when we got them up potted, I watered through their whole veg process with both of them. All four at that point. Anyways, I think next season we're going to take in the 1.5s again for 4 of them. We're going to do the experiment again. And it'll have to be because we don't do clones. We'll just do this experiment over and over, and it keeps on pointing to the roots being better in this stuff. There may be something to it.
I have a feeling, I was thinking, this isn't going to be a bumper crop, just look, but if this ends up being a real bumper crop, sweetie, we're doing it, a free infomercial.
But what did I say? I said, you know what? I don't care what the roots look like. If it doesn't show up in my yield or my quality, then who gives a shit what my roots look like? I don't care.
Yeah.
And we're not going to see anything in one grow. It's going to be overgrowth. So you guys are going to have to just hang on and watch us and listen to us. Let's talk about our environment in the tent. We like to say VPD. There's a VPD chart over here, you guys. Download that chart. Check out that chart if you want to know what VPD is. I remember it was 3 grows that went by, 4 grows. I don't know.
We just lost the thread there.
I just never knew anything about it besides, warm temperatures and maybe I had some, but no real chart to follow.
Yeah.
This will tell you where to be as far as your temperature and humidity on the chart. And on the bottom there is a color-coded thing telling you what zone you want to be in.
According to the stage.
Seedling stage, veg stage, flower stage. Anyways.
And by the way, this chart doesn't say cannabis on it, but it is good for cannabis. And a VPD chart for a cactus or a geranium, or something like that would be completely different zones.
And this is the chart that everybody kind of tosses around in in the cannabis. Specifically. I don't know why there's not a specific plants. But I would have to say it's probably in the pepper or tomato group too. They probably use it for the same.
Probably.
They're pretty similar in what they like.
Yeah.
As far as humidity and temperatures. At any rate, we're trying to keep it at 75. You guys, we're just moving into the 5th week of flower, and we want to make sure our temperatures don't get over, say, 78 degrees, because we feel like we'll lose terps. And they'll float away. When you can really smell your grow, if you get those temperatures over 80 degrees, you'll really have a very smelly grow, more smelly. Of course, you're not going to get away with it, but the less smell, that means the more that's staying in the plant. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel anyway. So we like to keep the temps under 78. I like to go for 75 and try to stay between 75 and 78.
Yeah, we're saying we're just kind of aiming for 75.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for in our flower, and our humidity is 50 to 55. Humidity is what we're trying to aim for. If you look over in the chart, I think we haven't looked at the chart, but we've been doing this stuff for years. But I would have to say,
I'll look
Oh,
at
we're
the
good?
chart,
We're
yeah.
good in that zone right there?
Yeah.
So show it right up here like you normally do at our zone. So where we're supposed to be, and this will help your plants photosynthesize, because we were in veg doing the same thing. We had higher temperatures and we had higher humidities in veg, and it put us in the zone. And things grow faster, things photosynthesize better, stomatas open. And our kilopascals are we're growing between, I should say our kilopascals, our VDP kilopascals is 1.34 to 1.49, which nobody gives a shit about, including me. Yeah, I really don't even like reading it.
You sound really smart when you say that.
Yeah, there she is. She says, do you see here, you guys?
No, because
it stopped recording.
It stopped recording.
Yeah, we're trying to get Mrs. GrowDaddy in over here with a camera.
We're trying to do one of those, like, those fancy podcasts where when
goes to
somebody
you,
says
goes to
something,
me.
yeah, we'll have two different cameras.
We'll figure it out. Well, let me tell you what, that is our environment in the tent this week. That's pretty much everything, you guys.
Ready for some?
I am. I still want to ask these guys. It's Sunday morning, you guys. I should have asked you guys, and I was curious. What are you guys eating today? What are you guys eating today?
GrowDaddy's very interested in what other people have got
On
for
Sunday
food.
morning.
Like, what are you eating?
What is your thing? I have a thing, and I have 4 poached eggs on 2 or 3 pieces of toast, usually 3. And depending on how fat I am, will depend on what I put on top, whether it be butter, cheese, avocado, or something that I'll put on top. It's just fucking yummy, and I eat that probably 6-7 days a week. What are you guys eating on Sunday morning when you guys, are gonna watch the show or that morning after the show? What are you guys eating? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Let's go check out our weed porn, you guys. These girls, right? Weed porn segment, Mrs. GrowDaddy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's time. Weed porn segment, you guys. Come on! Okay, guys, this is our weed porn segment. There's no training this time, so we're not going to be here a long time. But let's check out the girls. Look at the even canopy on both these girls. They look absolutely beautiful. We have Louise from Quebec Cannabis Seeds, our Quebec Black Bud. And on the right, we have Colette, our Frosted Gelato from Quebec Cannabis Seeds as well. They look absolutely beautiful. Let's take a close look at Louise, you guys. Come on. Hello, Louise. Louise is our Quebec Black Bud from Quebec Cannabis Seeds. Boy, that's almost a tongue twister there, Mrs. GrowDaddy. I'll tell you what, she's looking absolutely beautiful. Look at those buds. They're looking absolutely great. Let me just read this, though. A balanced to 50-50 indica sativa breed, crossed from black cherry soda with huckleberry, a delightful blend of potency, flavor, and high yields. THC levels 21% to 26%. Delightful aroma flavor profile combining berry, sweet, and earthy notes. Balanced effects, an ideal choice for users seeking both mental and physical benefits. That's what they had to say about her, and I'll tell you what, she's absolutely gorgeous, Mrs. GrowDaddy. Not frosty in particular right now, right? Not seeing a lot of frost, but we've seen a lot of genetics that get frosty a little bit later, so it's okay. But she's black. When she does get frosty, she's going to really, really show you guys. She's looking beautiful so far. Look at that green foliage that she has. It's also green. There's no...
Yeah, she had like a childhood issue that she seems to have grown out of all those yellow tips.
Yeah.
Like there's no yellow tip
Yeah,
there.
all the new leaves, and they stayed that way for a long time. It looked like she had some sort, but it was nothing. It was just part of the genetics.
Just one of those childhood things they grow out of.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to tell you, Louise, you are impressive. You've got a lot of buds up top. We're going to get a count of our buds here maybe next week or so.
Yeah, it's time.
Well, I think we do usually do it after 5 weeks, and she's got another week or so for the buds to get big enough we can find them all. And at any rate, she's looking absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look over at Colette, her neighbor in the tent, our Frosted Gelato. Come on. Hello, Colette. Colette is our Frosted Gelato from Quebec Cannabis Seeds. Everything's Quebec Cannabis Seeds, Mrs. GrowDaddy. I got to tell you guys what, she looks absolutely delicious. She's getting a little, she's getting some frost on her. And let me read the write-up on her. She's a crown jewel of Quebec Cannabis Seeds dessert lineup. See this? You notice the theme of all these girls? They all got
sweet and fruity.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, she's unconscious flavor with heavyweight performance. Unconscious flavor, that's interesting. 60% indica, 40% sativa hybrid, a cross of Brain Damage and Gelato 41. Brain Damage, delivering a mouth-watering ice cream profile topped with cookie sweetness and a mint fresh zest. Boy, this one sounds very interesting.
Ooh,
I hope
delish.
she even comes close to that profile. Lab results clock her in at 27 to 30% THC and a supportive medium CBD content, whatever the fuck that means. Listen, stuff's getting stronger. I don't know if this stuff's reaching 30% though, Mrs. Grodaddy. We've had claims, and of course, we're not going to get it tested, so we'll actually never know.
Yeah. Plus, you never really take it when it's actually at its THC peak, because you like to go more for the CBN, right?
Yeah, I usually let everything get more ambered and get more of a couch lock on her. But if you look at her buds, and we didn't do this, but if you look at her buds, she's got some pretty, just kind of the tops, right? We didn't even show you, we didn't really show you Louise's buds up close. These are all, if you can look at them all, they're all the tops. Pretty much the tops. None of these are huge. These are just
small buds.
Just small buds for the most part. I think we have.
Did you save any YouTube
look at this
bud?
One. Look at this one. Here we go right here. Here's the YouTube bud.
Bit of a stacker, yeah.
That's a stacker. I put a couple of them in the front just for you guys. Here's another stacker. Okay, a couple stackers in the front. We like to do it on a couple so some people will come back and watch our show because that's all they want to see is big buds. But I'm more interested in those small buds because I know those are going to be really hard and crafty. Let's go check out. Let me tell you what. You're beautiful, Colette. You're absolutely gorgeous. On your profile, looks and sounds delicious. Let's go check out tent 2. Okay, guys, we made it. Tent 2. And in tent 2 today, we have Chantal and we have Marie. And Marie is our Runtz from Quebec Cannabis Seeds, and Chantal is our Biscotti. And I'll tell you what, they absolutely look gorgeous. Let's take a close look at Chantal right now, though, you guys. Our Biscotti from Quebec Cannabis Seeds. Come on. Hello, Chantal. Chantal is our Biscotti from Quebec Cannabis Seeds. And, well, let me tell you what. First, let's look at her because she has frosted up. She looks like she's in her 6th week. I mean, she's stacking and packing. And I got to tell you guys, we gave her a little more leadway. I did go through here and I did do quite a bit of bud picking, as it were, taking off lower buds. But I left some of these for stackers. I left some stackers
for
in the
show.
tent. They're for show, but you know what? I stacked her more. I don't know why I did it. Look at, she's just all the way down here in the back. All the way down here. She's stacked. She's going to have one big, huge, long bud. And she's going all the way down to here. So
it's not really GDTV TV style.
It's not, but she was talking to me. Now, I got a feeling I'm going to be disappointed with a bunch of fucking larf in this tent. But she was talking to me, and let me tell you why.
She said, no, Daddy, no, don't take that.
Come back and give her a look at her canopy. And I wanted to talk about her canopy a little bit, Mrs. Grodaddy. Do you see how everything is kind of praying today? Look at everything praying. Well, I turned the lights back down from 300, using more power on them. But we've got different averages in the canopy. And let me show you this. Stay back there, Mrs. Grodaddy. Let me show you. I say 15 inches, right, you guys? I tell you I'm hanging the lights 15 inches. I'm kind of lying to you, right? Because this bud right here is 13 inches. The tallest bud in the tent is 13 inches. But look at these buds down here. 17 and a half inches. The one that's right there is 17 and a half inches.
Average.
The average is 15 inches, I figure. That's kind of what I'm figuring. But really, I'm using the leaves to tell me where, because my lights won't go up anymore. So that's why they'll go up maybe a quarter more inch, won't go up 2 more, but it's telling me where it wants the par. And I'll tell you what, it's telling me maybe it's just right, or it wants a little bit more light, but it's just absolutely a gorgeous canopy.
Well, yeah.
It's not my normal canopy though. I mean, they continue to stretch after the second week. After the second week, they continue to stretch, and you can see what the stretch did. And I did nothing to stop it, Mrs. Grodaddy. I let it go because it was telling me to. That's
Sometimes
the bottom
you
line.
just come down, you're kind of high, and the girls just tell you what they want, and you just give them what they want.
She's sticky. She's don't even try. You get your hands anywhere near, you can't get the glue off of it.
Very strong smell.
All the way. Look at the sugar leaves. The sugar leaves are just coated. The sugar leaves are completely coated on her. She's just amazingly frosty. The one back there in the corner looks white from here. Keep on going right there. Doesn't she kind of look a little white because she's got so much on her? A lot of sugar on her. The terps coming off of her are amazing. I don't know what they are. Do you know, Mrs. Grody, what do you got
Now,
there?
this one was the one I thought was a little on the oniony side, you know?
I don't smell it. I don't get it. I get kind of the sweet flavors. Oh, and let me read this. I know this is going a little long, but I've done this for all the other ones, so let me do this one as well. This is Chantal. She's an indica dominant hybrid, fusing the genetics of Gelato and South Florida OG, and delivers a powerful punch of 25 to 30% THC alongside a subtle 0.5 CBD presence. I'm finding we have some pretty big THC content in the tent. All of our girls, at least that's what they're giving them. From the memorizing aroma of spices, of sweetness and potent yet balanced effects. Every aspect of Biscotti underscores Quebec Cannabis Seeds' dedication to excellence. So that was a write-up they gave on her, and I'll tell you what, she's got some excellence. She's looking pretty goddamn excellent. Epic, I would say. I would definitely say epic. Let's check out Marie in the tent, her neighbor. Her neighbor is also looking amazing. Excellent. But so different. She's kind of our freak show in the tent. We always have one, and for some reason, we always have one freak. We always have one runt. We have a family that we love. That's a family, isn't it?
Yeah, we're a
You just
team.
got a mismatch. Let's go check out Marie, you guys. Come on. Hello, Marie. Marie is our Runtz from Quebec Cannabis Seeds, and she's, what can I say? She's different.
Yeah.
She's different. I've grown out. You know what? Our Cinderella 99 kind of grew out like this a little bit. And we had one before her that grew out like this, and I let the buds go down on her. She didn't have a lot of stems. She had these big leaves. The way she grew up, you know what? I don't know what's going to become of her. She's kind of my little experiment in the tent in some ways. But we let her grow down a little bit. We don't have as many. We don't have as many bud sites.
Yeah, she just didn't produce as many bud sites.
And I feel like we have a lot of light going through the canopy. You know, getting down to those lower ones. So we'll kind of test our theory. But she's got thick stems. So I'm hoping those thick stems, you know, will help those bottom buds get more nutrients and become thicker. I don't know. You know, our grow's an experiment, and the plants are telling me. They kind of told me, hey, listen, we're not going to give you much if you just leave the tops of us. We're just not going to give you much. So I'm kind of going, it's an art, and I'm kind of going with what I think. Let me first tell you what Quebec Cannabis Seeds said about the Runtz. The Runtz, a perfect blend of indica and sativa, combining the powerful genetics of Gelato and Skittles. Are you getting the theme here? They're all kind of related in some way. They're all nice, sweet plants, and I just really love the sweetness of plants. And the THC levels are up to 27%. It's amazing what they're saying the THC levels in this stuff is these days.
Yeah.
I hope some of it, we'll never get it tested, we'll never really know. Grow Daddy always gets high though. With well-balanced effects for both mental and physical benefits, berry, candy, and tropical flavors with a touch of citrus. Perfect for daytime use, creative projects, and social interactions, as it encourages a positive mindset and enhances focus. Interesting. Well, let's get a close look at some of these buds, Mrs. Grow Daddy. If I can just kind of show and tell a little bit. Look how far down this one's going. You see how far you see how it's kind of going? You can't even see. It's going way down here. But it's got these little buds. There you go. Now kind of go up the stem.
Wow, all the way.
Yeah, they're I don't know.
You
Probably
let that go, baby.
quite a bit. And I did that on a lot of them are just really long.
Just because she has so few.
Yeah, but if you go down here, they're not. If you look here in the canopy, you can almost see that they're still way up on the top of the canopy.
Yeah, they're
look at this
getting
one.
light.
Look how far down this one's going.
I see.
You can see that one. And if you can look back here real quick, I'll show you what I have to do a little maintenance. And I see something. Let me do it. Can you see that bud right there? It's coming out down there. It's right there with my fingers.
I see that.
Get rid of it.
Okay.
It's too low on the canopy, and it's just starting.
It's just a little
And this is what we're still.
popcorn.
We don't have to do very much, but we're still doing this to all the girls in the tent. We're all still going through the canopy and making sure we clean up the lower limbs.
I just got some stickiness on my finger, and it's so sticky. It's kind of bugging me.
She's another one. She's so frosty already. She's all of her. Oh, she smells
Smell
good.
my finger.
She smells. Let me tell you what. Look at her though. She's frosty. All of her leaves, even these big fan leaves, have sugar all over them. You guys. She's really producing a really high amount.
She's doing her best.
Look at this one, all white. Look at all these. These are. I don't think these are considered fan leaves, and they're completely white. Look at the stuff sticking to my fingers. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She's so sticky.
Yeah, the girls are looking absolutely beautiful, you guys. I don't know what to say besides. I think that's our weed porn, Mrs. These girls are really looking sharp. Chantal, Marie, thank you very much. They really enjoyed seeing you guys, and they appreciate you guys coming by to look at them. And down here, Louise and Colette, they look a little. I don't know.
Smaller.
They look a little smaller. They don't look as happy for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea why. They're getting a good amount of par. They got nice flag canopies, but they're going to produce. I don't know. That tent looks wild. That tent looks like it's partying down there. That's our weed porn segment, you guys. Love you guys. Come on. Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in for another epic episode. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you guys in ways you guys will never know. Mrs. Grodaddy and I, we hang out with you guys on Sunday morning. We watch it. We watch it through again. Mrs. Grodaddy has seen it so many times because she had to edit it. She still finds herself very interested in watching it when she's watching it. And I've seen it for maybe the second time. She usually runs through it with me the night before. And then I will make sure there's something in there that I don't want. I get to kind of, what do you call it? Veto. I have a little veto power.
You get a veto.
Not much. Sometimes you say fuck you. I'm putting it in anyway.
I don't think so. I think if you veto.
Serious? Mm-hmm. I'll have to try my veto power one of these days. At any rate, we watch it all together, and when we start getting the comments and the likes, it motivates us. Mrs. Grodaddy's got a big old huge smile on her face looking at this stuff roll in. This is what's motivating us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gromies. You really do. You put a smile on our faces, and it's just really a pleasure to hang out on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Chatting on the comments.
Now, I meant to put this in the beginning, Mrs. Grodaddy, but let me first say that we have a 20% discount on our
Quebec Cannabis Seeds.
Yeah, and just go to Quebec Cannabis Seeds, and in the coupon code, I guess you would press Grodaddy, not Grodaddy TV. Just put in Grodaddy, and it's a 20%. It's a
20% deep discount.
Yeah.
Just GROWDADDY.
Yeah, and I just remembered I should have thrown it in the beginning. I meant to throw it in the beginning. It might actually, a couple people might share this video if they actually see that in the beginning of one of our episodes. At any rate, you guys, we're not making anything on the deal. We're passing it on to you guys, and I think it's a good one. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next week, next Sunday. Let's get really loaded again, and let's have a really good time down here because these girls are absolutely amazing. I mean, what can I say? Louise is getting blacker. She's getting bigger and blacker, thicker, fatter. Oh my God.
They're all
Colette,
lovely.
I'm not even, these buds are getting huge. I can't wait to see them next week. We'll see you guys next week. I love you guys. Come on. I'm out.
We're live, baby.
See? Don't forget. Catch our pre-gaming on Saturdays. We should make it a Saturday thing, Al. Okay, here we go.
Your own self, huh?
I am impressed. Hang on. Can we get more light?
We tell it. Na. Come on, babe. I've really got to go and
Shut
deal
the
with
fuck
my
up.
bread.
I gotta go to Costco.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, who's Louise? Louise is our Quebec back blood. Okay,
Let's talk about what?
Mrs. Grodaddy's moving me on because I am super stoned. And you're
It should be there.
No, it's not.
Show me.
Look, it's maybe the first print off.
How the fuck did that not come through?
I don't know that.
And
Okay.
then ran.
Okay. Mrs. Grodaddy. Okay, cutie patootie. Hey, you're on camera, so you be nice to me, okay? So, at any rate, yeah, we got her on camera, you guys, somehow. She's kind
Being
of on
a
camera.
cunt.
She's back there.
Being a cunt.
No, being my beautiful wife. All right, here we go. Woo! Yeah! Come on! That was it. That was it.